Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And today we are firebending with Urza. I will never get tired of this joke because we are in Bundlemania, baby. And Bundlemania means bundles. And we normally go back to the past, but today we are in the present. Well, it depends actually when you watch this video, but at the time of recording, this was a modern bundle. So I guess you know what I mean. We are doing the Avatar the Last Airbender bundle, which is kind of a tongue twister in itself, the Last Airbender bundle. So, as usual, we want to see what's included, compare it with the bundles of the past, and see what's up. Now, before opening this one, I have to say that you know me and you know this channel, and if you don't, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all those things that you have to say because I don't know. So, I like bundles, so I already opened one, and I have to say that I don't have any expectations, as I never have for bundles, but I bought two. One I opened in private, and because, you know, and I got actually some pretty cool pulls. Yeah, which is, you know, whenever I do that, I just open stuff like, I need to record this because no one is interested. Sometimes I get crazy pulls, and it's like, damn. So obviously, I could show them to you, but it's kind of whatever. Maybe at the end of the video, because you can be like, oh, well, you put the cards in there, but you know. So let's talk about this bundle. Let's see if we are lucky on this one. Bend the elements like a master. Wield the power of the elements as Avatar the Last Airbender teams up with Magic the Gathering. Join the trade with powerful bending masters. Masters, hybrid animals, and unforgettable allies wielding blades, boomerangs, and the occasional cabbage. Climb atop the sky bison, and travel from the walls of Ba Sing Se to the heart of the Fire Nation and restore the balance to the world or conquer it. You could say Appa. I mean, they said like a sky bison. I know why they do it, but it's like there's only one in this time. Like it's relevant. So, yeah. So what is included here? You got 5 traditional foil and 5 regular full art Appa lands, which are lands that feature Appa, you will see in a second, a oversized spin down life counter, 9 14 card Magic the Gathering boosters from the Avatar set, and I always like to point this out because, you know, it looks like a lot, but it's 9 14 card. They're using the numbers and the letters there in a sneaky way. You also get an alt art traditional foil Momo friendly flyer, and a box that is kind of cool. I find it funny that sometimes they feature the box, sometimes they don't. It's kind of whatever. And plus, you get 10 traditional foils and 10 regular basic lands and 2 reference cards. Now, this video is both for documenting bundles, for the fans of bundles, and in case you are new to this and you're thinking about buying this, right? So, disclaimer, I guess, I do believe to this day that bundles are one of, if not the best Magic the Gathering product for casual consumption of Magic. Like if you want some boosters, if you want a snippet of what a set was like, or anything really, you just buy the bundle of that set and you get a nice little time capsule that comes with a nice little box. So if you are wondering whether you should buy an Avatar product for someone you like or love in the holiday season, and you know you don't want to go with weird things like the Sin box or the beginner box, which we did videos on, so link here or down, I don't know. Maybe a bundle is the best option because bundles are cool for established players and new players. They don't teach you how to play though, so watch out for that. So inside the box we get a nice flyer insert. We love this in this channel. So you get a nice piece of art that some people frame. And on the other side, well, we got double art because that normally happens with Universes Beyond. Normally the back is something else. And obviously this is very Fire Nation themed because, well, you have Fire Lord Ozai in the box art, and that brings us to the box. The box, normally, I have to say that this box is kind of I wouldn't say like a bold choice, but it's certainly a choice. I will expect the bundle to be more like, you know, the normal bundle to be more like Aang and his friends, or like Appa, or like everyone riding Appa, something like that. Something similar to the box art of like, I don't know, some of the products. And instead they went full force with the Fire Lord here. Nothing against, but interesting choice. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but it works well enough. And it has the name of the set on top, which is great because it's great for storage. You also have the Magic the Gathering logo on one side and the other. Not the best thing in the world, because I would have preferred that it was like the avatarized version of the Planeswalker logo, so that you know which set it is when you store it like this, like on the side. And this way is impossible. This way is easy. And that actually makes me realize that there is no such thing as a avatarized logo anywhere in the box, but and then you have Ang on the other side. It's cool that Ang is here because it's the final battle. Sadly, it's not anywhere in the packaging, not even showcased here, so I guess it's kind of a surprise. I would have led with Ang in the box, but okay. And you have here Avatar Ang in the Avatar state with all the 4 elements. And it's a nice representation of the battle. It's one of those arts that the art kind of goes around, as you see. And, it's not a perfect loop, but it kind of goes around. And, it's the battle at the end of the show. You open it. It's white on the inside, which is, or like cardboard color, I guess. And you get the cardboard divider, the die, and the Boosterino. So you move this, things fall because we no longer have the cardboard box. And we will see what we have here in a second. Let's just talk about the dividers. This is basically a nice Avatar the Last Airbender divider that you get to separate your cards. On one side you have Fire Lord Ozai, and in the other you have Avatar Ang. And fun fact, they don't have the same dimensions, which is something that has been bothering me for quite a while. Like if you open this, I guess it's because the Ang art is more of a square one, in terms of distribution, but oh, they do. Oh, that was a nice optical illusion. I don't know why I had the impression that they didn't. Well, see, nice, great looking art right there. And you have some counters here for stun counters, death touch, double strike. And as you can see, they didn't try to do any Avatar-esque Magic the Gathering logo, which is a shame, and a bunch of +1/+1s as well. So, this is all nice to have stuff. You're supposed to pop it up and use it as dividers and whatnot. Not the main reason why you buy this. And then, obviously, you get the nice storage box that is for you to put cards and whatnot. It's missing the classic cup, but we have been missing it for 2 years or 3 already, so it is what it is. It comes with the advertised 9 boosters. So you get 9 play boosters. Play boosters are the normal boosters, in case you're new to this. So these are good boosters. These are not lesser boosters, to call it somehow. You get the 2 reference cards. These are basically, for new players, a reference card for what to do on your turn and how to cast spells and popular Magic formats, and a guide for attacking and blocking. So cool. Again, this is why bundles are kind of for everyone. And La Piece de la Résistance, which is the die. So it's a very, very nice die, I have to say, that ironically doesn't match what you would expect from an Avatar die, which is, I don't know, like if you see this box, right, and more importantly, this box, you will be like, well, I guess the die is red. And here it kind of looks like it, but it's only because it's transparent and the background is red. But you will be like, well, I guess it's red because, everything is red in here, but it's not. Actually, the color of the letters is kind of red, but you could say it's like more of a brick color to a degree. So you could say like, oh, it's orange, like Avatar, or like the Nickelodeon logo. And normally Avatar is associated with orange because of Ang, but it's really just white. And by the way, I do love that the boosters have the eyes and the arrow foil. It's an amazing touch, but it's actually transparent with a little bit of an effect or dirtiness inside it, which is actually very cool because it doesn't make so much of a reference to the fire side of this, but more to Avatar Aang. See, like it's kind of that vibe. It's like that air force field, sorry, that he has, and the elements in there. Kind of cool, kind of weird, but amazing looking, and I love it. One of the best die for random sets. Now, before we go into the boosters, we also have the lands, and the premium card all come in the same pack. So everything you have seen so far, everyone gets always, consistently. So no gambling here, no looting. You get a promo card for Momo, Friendly Flyer. This is a card that you can pull. The only thing that you get this art only in the bundle. So Momo Friendly Flyer for 1 white is a 1/1 Lemur Bat Ally. It has flying, and the first non-Lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. And then we have the amazing, beautiful, gorgeous Appa lands in foil. So basically lands featuring the best boy Appa flying all over places. So, over what I do want to believe is Ba Sing Se, over, well, it's going to be the South Pole or the North Pole, but I'm going to assume it's the South Pole because it's the boat that was frozen at the beginning, over the swamp, which, well, more appropriate than this, impossible, over the, well, this is the desert. I don't remember exactly when this happens, but mountains, I guess. And forest is kind of cheating, but okay. And basically you have the air temple there. And then you have the normal lands, which reference places from all over the Avatar world. And you have the lands in foil. And then you have the same things, but in non-foil. So it's really up to preference. Some people prefer foil, some people don't like foil because it ruins the color. Some foils are done more cleanly than others. So it really, depends on your mileage, I guess. And these are for certain things that you get. Now, in terms of things that you randomly get, this is where we get to open boosters. So let's see what we get. So the reason why this is a nice thing to buy someone that likes Avatar is because, well, it's a nice little package. You get 9 boosters. So you get some of the addiction, let's say, from opening boosters. And you also get like a box from Avatar, cards from Avatar. You get Momo for sure and a bunch of lands with Appa. So there is a lot of things that any Avatar fan will love. And then random stuff. Random stuff that just references moments from the show. And in case, again, I know I'm focusing a lot of the Avatar videos towards new people, but that's thankfully, that's one of the consequences of sets like this, Universes Beyond sets, which is people that will not normally play Magic the Gathering are coming to Magic the Gathering. So, or are thinking about it, or are thinking about gifting Magic the Gathering. So it's good to kind of guide people. And if you love the show, you will recognize a lot of these moments and you recognize the story. Contrary to other sets like Spider-Man, this set is referencing a story end to end. So it kind of feels like a cohesive story on ice. And we pulled a mythic in the first one, which is Ozai the Phoenix King. Appropriate. Looking at the box, is for 2 black, 2 red, is a 7/7 human noble that has trample, firebending 4, and haste. If you will lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. And it says, out of the ashes, a new world will be born. And allies at last in foily. A Appa land, a forest Appa land. And this is another thing that you will notice is that you may be like, wait, you didn't pull that one. And to that, my friend, I have to say, you are right. Like the lands that you get here are a nice selection, but it's not all the types of lands that are in this set, as you just saw with the forest. That is kind of meh, because normally with bundles, you expect that when you get like the special, the full art lands, you get all of them, but money, I guess. And you get tokens, so food token and a dragon token. So these are all like nice little references to everything. So it is what it is. Obviously, if you are familiar with Magic, you know what it is about. So it is what it is. You get creatures like the Hawk Monkey, the Kyoshi Warriors, the Watery Grasp. I don't remember seeing it, but I think I just thought I guess there is a card for Bloodbending. I guess I don't remember seeing it. Maybe we pull it. Who knows? Combustion Technique, Earth Kingdom General, one of them, because so many not very. Cruel Administrator. This guy. This is the one from the prison. I don't think he has a name apparently. So, or I guess they didn't just give him a name so that it wouldn't be a legendary creature, and that's it. Master Paku, very important, and Zhao, the Moonslayer. And same 2-episode arc, great ending to the first book, to the first season. Zhao the Moonslayer is, for 1/1 red, is a 2/2 human soldier that has menace, and non-basic lands enter tapped. You pay 7, it puts a Conqueror counter on Zhao, as long as Zhao, I need to pronounce it correctly, has a Conqueror counter on him, non-basic lands are mountains. Boom! Basically like a great reference to the Red Moon card. And then you have a Jip Jip in foil, which is great. Another forest, this one indeed with the same art style. And a Ballistic Boulder that is also a soldier. That looks like a Samurai Jack one, but it's not. That one is from Cartoon Network, so the competition. Beetle-headed Merchants, not bad. Lost Days, Firebending Lesson, you get lessons in this set. Another Jip Jip, Daily Indoctrination, Earth Rumble Wrestlers, Borcupine. I love the mix of creatures. The Trusty Boomerang from Soka, Boomerang Basics from Soka, Enter the Avatar State, great looking card. Buzzard Wasp Colony, and the rare here is Wartime Protestors. For 3/1 red, is a 4/4 human rebel ally. Has haste. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and it gains haste until the end of turn. Firelord Ozai's Cruel Rain only forge a stronger resolve in the hearts of their resistance. That is true. Razor Wings in Foilerino, a normal forest, so we only get forest, and an ally. There's also a clue from Uncle Iroh. Next. Waterbending Lesson, Compassionate Healer, Rocky Rebuke. Check into his room only to find Gideon's Bible. Fire Nation Raider, Foggy Swamp Hunters, Iguana Parrot, Kyoshi Battle Fan, Jet's Brainwashing. This one is like almost a screenshot from the show. The Boulder, Ready to Rumble. Theo, Spirited Glider. Momo. See, this is the normal art for Momo, Playful Pet. I think it's the same card. No, this is Friendly Flyer, sorry. So not the same card. And the Realm of Ko is the rare for this set, for this booster. This land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You tap it, you get 1 black, and for 3/1 black and tap, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. This token can be blocked or be blocked by non-spirit creatures, which is actually good flavor right there. Okay. And a Waterbending Lesson in foil, which is great. Sometimes, in case you're new to this, cards get this seal, which is an identity depending on the type of bending that is being done. It's nothing relevant, it's just aesthetic. An ally, there is also a clue. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Let's see. Path to Redemption. Sabertooth Moose Lion, great creature. Fire Nation Cadets, Sold Out, Rowdy Snowballers, Rumble Arena, Azula Always Lies, true, facts, Wolfbat, Crescent Island Temple, this is where Roku lived, Avatar Roku. Haru, Hidden Talent, not bad. Knowledge Seeker. They put a card of everything. And Sandbender Scavengers, which is actually right after the Knowledge Seeker. So for 1 white and 1 black, is a 1/1 human rogue. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to the creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad. We had a foil Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat, an Appa Island in foil, not bad, and Food, which is basically tea for Uncle Iroh, and a Monk. Zuko's Exile, which is a lesson, believe it or not. Pilar Launch of Eternity, Lightning Strike, Canyon Crawler, Geyser Leaper, Barrels of Blasting Jelly, Messenger Hawk, Bitterwork. This episode is great. Runos Waterbending. Well, I guess you have it here. There's that type of waterbending, so you have it here. Gurupathic and Earth King's Lieutenant Earth King's Lieutenant. For 1 green and 1 white, is a 1/1 human soldier ally. It has trample. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each other ally creature you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Nice. Yue the Moon Spirit. Nice looking card. I love it. And the playmat is great, but it hasn't arrived because of my life. For 3 and 1 blue, it's a 3/3. Spirit ally. It has flying and vigilance. It has waterbend 5, which means 5 and tap, which means you may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. While paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help each one pays for 1. So, not bad. I said you will save the world again, but you can't give up. I love this episode, by the way. Oh, we have another one for Earthbender Ascension. For 2 and 1 green, it's an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, Earthbend 2. Then search your library for a basic land card, put into the battlefield tab, then shuffle. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. When you do, if it has 4 or more quest counters in it, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature you control. It gains trample to the end of turn. Not bad. Stonblessed Peak. An ally. There is also a clue. 3 remaining. Glider Kits, Earthbending Lesson, Boomy Bash, Swamp Snare Trap, poor Appa, Rumble Arena, Razor Rings, Earth Kingdom Soldier, Earth Kingdom Protectors, Lo and Lee Twin Tutors, not bad, Iroh's Demonstration, Seismic Sense, you see with your feet. The Fire Nation Drill for 2 and 2 black is a 6/3 artifact vehicle. It has trample. When the Fire Nation Drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. If you pay 1, permanents your opponent controls lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. It has crew 2. The Water Tribe Rallier, in foil arena, and a Plains that is also a Plains and a placeholder card. This is for two-sided cards in case you are new to this. 2 to go. Forecasting Fortune Teller, which I realized that, yes, I know the name of this one. They didn't put the name because they didn't want to make more legendary creatures. Rabaru Troop, Ostrich Horse, Rough Rhino Cavalry, Pirate Peddlers, Otter Penguin, a lot of funny animals in this one, Abandoned Attachments, Gran, Water Tribe Railier, Azula on the Hunt, War Balloon, and Tough Hard-Headed Teacher. So for 2, 1 red and 1 green is a 3/4 human warrior ally. When Tough enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard into your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell is a lesson, put an additional +1/+1 counter on that land. Not bad at all. A foil Yuyan Archers and Misty Palms Oasis. An ally, that is also a clue. And the last booster of the bundle Airbending Lesson, Badger Mole, so not the cub, Deserter's Disciple, Deadly Precision, It Will Quench Ya, is a lesson, Cycle of Renewal, Cat Owl, Crushing Wave, Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat, Hey Bad, Spirit of Balance, and the Spirit Oasis, which is a again great episode. And nice, we got Redirect Lightning. For 1 red is an instant lesson that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target, which is great and very flavorful because this redirects Lightning Bolt. Very good, actually. And another Badger Mole, but this case in foil. The Omashu City. And an ally that is also a clue. So, not bad. Now, in terms of what you get, it's completely random. I said that I will show you, so give me a second. This is the other one that I opened for myself. You can tell that, as usual, whenever it's for you, you don't fully open stuff because it has the divider, because, well, the divider is helpful, believe it or not. And in terms of pulls, very quickly, which is like the lightning version of this channel, if you didn't have my annoying voice on top of it, we got some stuff. I don't remember exactly what I pulled, but I pulled some cool stuff, I think. Let me just divide this in half and half because it's easier to handle. So I remember pulling, what did I pull? This is, by the way, this is why the logo is on the right. Ty Lee, Chi blocker or key blocker. Some people say key. And Dragon Ball is key, that's for sure. Firebending Student, which is not bad. Then I remember those were wood pulls. I can't recall correctly if they were. So if they were, I'm going to edit this. The Earth King, Earth and Ally. Sun Warriors, Beifong's Bounty Hunters. I think it's Beifong or Beifong. I don't know. Sandbender Scavenger, Avatar Ang, Soka, the Heartbeat of Spring, great looking card. It's a shame that it's just a screenshot, it's kind of weird, but whatever. The Fire Nation Palace, and I think that's it. So I guess those were not as good pulls as I recall. I could swear I was like damn sure that I got maybe I separated it and I put a sleeve on it. I don't recall, but I could swear I had a Badger Mole Cup, but I guess my memory is the same as Uncle Iroh's. Not very good, except for the important stuff. So it is what it is, which is a great closing point for what I wanted to say, which is, as you can see, this is random. So if this is your first bundle or you're thinking about bundles, you do get some stuff for sure. You get the box, which is pretty cool. It doesn't look like it's cool, but trust me, it's cool for starting cards. You get the die, which is one of the best ones, to be honest. You get the insert, which not a lot of people care, but some people frame this. You get all the lands for sure. You get the guaranteed lands, the in-foil and non-foil, even more the APA lands. And you also get the Momo special treatment card, art card. And well, the 2 reference cards, I guess, if you care about that, and the dividers and the counters. But the rest is random. So everything that you saw here and in the other bundle, it's completely random. So, you can get special treatment card, you can get a screenshot card like the one that I just showed you. It's random, so bear that in mind. But in terms of value, I always say the same. Just need to do the math in terms of how many boosters are here. It's 9 boosters. See the price of boosters in your country and in your, your local game store, or like, I don't know, Amazon if you don't have any, and see the price of 9 boosters. Do the math, and this is basically 9 boosters and a couple of extras. If the die, the box, and the lands, etc., are worth for you the difference, which usually is $5 or €5, then more than worth it. Other than that, is completely down to personal preference. I think that in terms of bundles, it's very normal. There is nothing crazy here. There is nothing extraordinary. I think that it's cool that they included the APA lands, and this is very cool because, I mean, they do spend a lot of time flying on APA, so this is very representative. And the box is cool. Maybe not the thing that I will have picked, but it's a final battle. You do get Ang on one side, so you get both sides of it, and the die is pretty cool. So overall, I say I will recommend it. Obviously, for an Avatar fan, it has like 3 times the value, the sentimental value, because the money value is completely random. Because So let me know what you think down below. Don't forget that this is BUNDLEMANIA, so we keep doing bundles forward and backwards, depending on whether Wizards allows me or not, depending on the release cadence. And we're going to keep going back to the past until the first bundles, which we have sitting somewhere in a shelf. So if you want to see that, comment, subscribe, so that hit the bell and all those things, so that you can see the videos when they pop up. Otherwise, they won't show up. And thank you very much for thank you very much for You can see that I'm already so excited with the power of the Avatar. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I'll see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye 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 bye.